The agreement was broken after Saturday's attack on two Russian ships stationed in the port of Sevastopol. Moscow changed its position after Kiev gave an assurance that the humanitarian corridor would not be used for military purposes. Meanwhile, in the opinion of experts, the attack did not violate the provisions of international war law. As agreed, concrete steps are needed to remove obstacles to the export of Russian grain and fertilizers. The whole world, especially underdeveloped and developing countries, need these products from both Ukraine and Russia. Currently, Ukrainian ships leave ports mainly thanks to the cooperation of the United Nations and Turkey. However, in wartime conditions, keeping the trade corridor open is a big challenge. Russia must understand that any attempt to disrupt the export of our agricultural products will meet with a firm response from our allies. It is literally a matter of life and death for tens of millions of people. Russia fired another set of missiles at Ukrainian cities on Monday. Russian attacks on Ukraine's critical infrastructure have disrupted water and electricity supplies throughout the country. Without access to the media, it is difficult for Ukrainians to remain optimistic, which plays a key role in fending off the enemy. Only the strongest remained. Those who voted in favor of Russia simply walked away. Something is holding me back. I find myself in a difficult situation. I'm having a breakdown. What would I do with my dog? I often watch those who leave. I understand them. I don't want to hear all the noise myself. Here you can hear explosions all the time. The United States government intends to deliver more air defense systems to Ukraine.
Russia has launched nearly 100 missiles attacking Ukraine's water and energy supplies. With temperatures dropping, these Russian attacks aimed at exacerbating human suffering are particularly heinous.
The European Union, on the other hand, is working on delivering equipment to Ukraine to repair the damage to the energy system. Currently, spare parts are mostly missing in Ukraine. Solving this problem is a priority among the tasks of the European Union energy committees.
I'm making all efforts to increase financial, technical and also practical help. This has to come from the EU, from our institutions, from our member states, but also from our international partners.
Due to the continuing counter-offensive of the Ukrainian forces in the south, the Russian army is preparing to defend occupied Kherson. Witnesses say that the local authorities are considering blowing up the dam in nearby Nova Kakhovka, which damage will flood the area and thus make it difficult for the Ukrainians to continue their counter-offensive. I remember about a week ago when the authorities ordered a mass evacuation. Officials constantly warn of the upcoming Ukrainian offensive. Apparently, in connection with it, some areas in the area are to be flooded. They caused a panic and therefore many began to flee. These warnings are not enough to force me to leave. I will stay here until the very end. If they flood the area, it's difficult. They'll bury me here because my ancestors are here also. I will stay here until the very end. Meanwhile, according to experts, the capture of Kherson will be extremely difficult and will expose Ukrainian troops to serious losses. A better solution would be to cut off the Russian troops in the city by encircling it. Ukrainians have a choice to either attack and retake the territory lost on the right bank of the Dnieper, but they also have an alternative. I believe that from a strategic point of view, it would be a better solution to attack in the direction of Nova Kakhovka, there gaining bridgeheads and possibly developing the initiative and attacking in a southern direction towards the Crimea. During the past 24 hours, Ukrainian soldiers shot down a Russian helicopter and 10 combat drones. Russia has also lost over 800 soldiers.